All right, what happened in Yemen? A few months ago, it was touted as being sort of, a real good partner with us in counterterrorism. Now things seem to have fallen apart. What in the world happened?
Well, we are still maintaining our ability to do counterterrorism operations there. We can monitor. We have a means of doing that. We're not taking our foot off the gas pedal of fighting al-Qaeda. But obviously, there's a very fluid situation on the ground, caused in part by the actions of the Houthis. And we had to take steps, as you know, to pull back our personnel, pull out all U.S. government personnel. But it doesn't mean that we have changed our commitment. And many of these steps we are still able to take as it relates to our counterterrorism operations.
I don't underestimate the Americans' commitment. I'm trying to think of practically whether or not we can do what we could do earlier. And we've got the fact that the State Department says we've temporarily pulled everybody out. First of all, what do you mean by temporary? And secondly, if that country is disintegrating into chaos, I can tell you that without our eyes on the ground there, no matter how much, quote, commitment we have, we are effectively in deep trouble and actually performing on counterterrorism in that country.
Well, we still have means I can't get into publicly of monitoring what's happening and working with a range of partners to go after al-Qaeda, go after those who hope to do us harm. What we mean by temporarily is that our hope is to return to Yemen, have a diplomatic presence in Yemen when the circumstances allow for that. Of course, the safety of our personnel is something that is one of our top priorities. That's why we pulled back our personnel temporarily.
How do we change this disintegration? How do we change the direction of this disintegration, or don't we? Do we sort of sit back and hope that the people of Yemen can do it? But I mean, because this is, every day I look at the pictures and the video, it looks worse, and this is important to us. So how does that turn around and stop disintegrating and get on the mend?
Well, you're right. It's volatile on the ground. It's very fluid on the ground. Our belief is that there needs to be a political process. The UN is leading that process. Special Envoy Ben-Ammar is leading that process. Our hope is that there can be discussions that include all of the parties, including the Houthis, including President Hadi's supporters, who can negotiate a path forward. Clearly, the current track and the current approach is not sustainable with all of the volatility that we're seeing on the ground.